The interesting thing about prospecting is that when you think about it, just like a first date, where you want to do more asking than talking, you'll have a much easier time connecting with people, building your team, and creating the income you truly, really deserve. Welcome to the Network Marketing Made Simple podcast. I am Scott Aaron, and each and every week I am going to come to you with simple, short, and powerful tactics and tips on what you can do each day, each week, each month, and each year to grow your network marketing business, income, and team. And just remember, network marketing is not easy, but it can be made easy with simple steps to bring you the success that you truly deserve. Welcome to episode 23 of the Network Marketing Made Simple podcast. But before we get into today's episode, if you're a network marketing professional listening to this and you are struggling getting leads, you are struggling building your team, you are struggling starting, then you need to highly consider checking out my Network Marketing Academy that's open right now. It closes at the end of January, the end of this month, and it doesn't reopen till the next quarter. And it goes over every week. I do trainings on mindset, organizational skills, social media, and lead generation, pushing you forward. So if you want to learn how you can get in before it closes, go to www.thenetworkmarketingacademy.net, and I'll see you on the inside. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about how prospecting should be treated just like a first date. So if you're listening to this and you've been married for a long time, or you're with the same person for a long time, you might forget the feeling of dating, but I'm going to give you a resurgence with that. So think about prospecting as a first date. You don't know the person, you're trying to find things in common, you're trying to create that rapport and that relationship between the two of you. And I have 3 simple tips of if you implement this in the way that I've implemented in my businesses, you're going to see great results. So number 1, ask more and talk less. This sounds so simple, but it's so true because so many people feel like they have to do more selling and telling than actually connecting. So stop selling and telling and do more connecting and listening. Because if you're doing all the talking, you've already said yes, and you're not looking to convince someone to say yes. You want them to want to say yes. But you do that by making it about them. Just like a first date, when you're going out with that guy, you're going out with that girl, what do? You sit there and you ask questions. What do you do for a profession? What are some of your hobbies? What do you love most about this? What do you love most about that? Where have you traveled to? What's your favorite book? Did you play sports in high school? All of those questions lead to creating connections. And if you can create a connection, that starts to build rapport, build relationship, trust, and that wall starts to come down where you feel more comfortable with that person. So the more that you ask, the less that you talk, the better the connection will be. That's number 1. Number 2, with those questions, you will then start to find things in common. And what happens when you start to find things in common? The conversation goes deeper. You start to feel like you quote unquote know the person. I've been to a lot of personal development events in my career, and I've been to events where they actually move you around the room, sit next to someone that you don't know at all, and say, I'm going to give you a minute and a half, you find 3 things in common. And wouldn't you know it, you can find 3 things in common. Whether it's you're both married, you both have kids, you both have owned businesses, you both love working out. All of those things are common interests. And everyone says in network marketing, you're looking to find your tribe. You want that vibe out there where you're attracting your tribe. And what I can tell you is that the way that you find your tribe is that you find things in common, because the only way you know that you have the ability to connect with someone else is if you ask those questions that lead to finding things in common. So number 2, find things in common. And number 3, and in my humbled opinion, the most important, is showing genuine interest. And this is really big. I was actually speaking to a friend of mine the other day, and she was sharing me what was frustrating her most about the business. And she felt like that she was being taught to be ingenuine. Connect with people just to connect with them, to pitch them the opportunity or the product. And I said, I get it. That feels yucky. It feels icky. No one wants to do that. No one wants to just sell. You want to leave your friends and family alone. You don't want to just connect with someone to actually just connect with them, just to pitch your product or pitch your business. You want to do it in such a way where you're actually looking to engage with that person, not for the end result to getting them into your business, but forming a relationship. And if it comes up in conversation, then it could lead to a collaboration in what you're looking to do. So when you show genuine interest and you really have no agenda. Now, do you want to mention it? Absolutely, if it comes up. Sometimes the agenda is not there and it never comes up, but you end up making a great connection. Just like you may have a great first date, but that's all it may be. You're both good people. You're just not attracted to each other, but thank you, but I don't feel we should see each other again. It's just like that. Or if you show enough genuine interest, you really form those connections, you find those things in common, it could lead to finding your tribe. So if you start treating your network marketing, recruiting, and prospecting like a first date, it's going to feel better because you're going to do things in alignment. You're going to do things with genuine concern and care and not just quote unquote trying to get people. That's when it starts to feel yucky. That's when you start feeling salesy. So remember, number 1, ask more, talk less. Number 2, those questions will lead to you finding things in common. And 3, show genuine interest. Remember, we're all human beings at a foundational level. And just be that person. How are you going to show up each day? And really look to connect with people to make a difference in their life. So guys, as always, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this content valuable, and I will see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get my podcast, Success Made Simple, off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? Where do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. For me, I wanted to do something quick and simple, and if I have a thought in my mind, I can do a mini cast that's 8 to 10 minutes, or even invite a guest on to do one with me. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start, and I can't wait to hear your podcast. Thank you so much again for checking out this episode. And if you could head over to Apple Podcast or iTunes, leave me a 5-star rating, write a review, and leave any comments or suggestions for future episodes on social media. You can connect with me on Instagram, Scott_Aaron, or on Facebook, Scott Aaron, or LinkedIn, Scott Aaron. I would love to hear from you. And again, if you're listening to this and you're an entrepreneur, you're an online business owner, network marketer, and you're ready to up-level your mindset, you're ready to up-level your organizational skills, social media skills, and lead generation capabilities, then head over to www.thenetworkmarketingacademy.net, sign up, and I'll see you on the inside. See you next time.